Hello and welcome back to Let's Program with Cientier, and today we're continuing work on the task tracker. However, we're taking a slight detour. So you'll see right now I have gone to add references in the reference manager, and I'm adding a solution in this project called C# global hotkeys. So I'm going to go ahead and finish adding that as a reference over here. And it is a separate project that I've put in. This is code that I copied and pasted just straight from the music player sharp program that I have that I was talking about earlier that did stuff with hotkeys, global hotkeys. So I'm just making this an external library. So this is basically going to become a DLL file that I can start using in other stuff, similar to the, if you remember way back at the start, the external execution that I added. Now, this thing, I'm a little bit questioning the summary, because this summary makes no sense with the form here. So I'm going to need to figure that out. Now, there's a couple of things that I'm noticing. For example, this is an ID, so I get the hash code for the form. This is something with if we look back in this function, because basically what we're doing is we're calling this function, kind of in the Win32 API. And its ID right here is defined right here. So then the hotkey is associated with the current thread rather than a window. If a hotkey already exists with the same hwind and ID parameter, C remarks for the action taken. So basically, this allows us to kind of register the hotkey to this particular form. But that means that this this summary here is wildly inaccurate. So I'm going to delete it and replace it with a summary that is not wildly inaccurate. Registers a global hotkey with Windows. The form associated with this hotkey. Modifier keys with this hotkey, bitwise or together or multiple. The main key to press for this hotkey. And I've defined a hotkey event as just a function. The action to be taken when this hotkey is registered. Now, there is some additional stuff that needs to go on with this. Notably, and I have it actually over on the side that I need to look at here. Let's hide that. So one of the things that needs to happen is I'm going to need to see this hotkey pressed function. I'm going to need to be able to call that. So what's the ID of the registered hotkey? So what we're going to do, let's see, because I have ID of the registered hotkey. Interesting. How is this working? Modifiers, key, events.add hotkey ID. Oh, okay. I make the hotkey ID right here. And I add it to a list of events right here, a hash table specifically, which makes a lot of sense for something like this, I suppose. So what I need to do is I just need to come over here to our main window. And I need to do something very important with this, which is I need to override windproc. So, boy, I should just add I need to add a constant over here. Just This is going to be stupid otherwise. Well, static is public. What is... Let's see. Int 32. Okay. So... Let's see. Okay, so this is just an int. Public int hotkey message ID. Public const int. It's apparently this. For whatever reason, that's apparently what it is. And then actually, it would be a good idea to change that to a this right here instead of int hotkey ID. To instead take this message m, and then I know I'm copying and pasting stuff from off screen, but basically do that because that's what I'm doing inside the thing. So then what I can do over here is I need to just go ahead and add using system dot, or not using system, using C#. Let me build everything first. Okay. Using C#. The namespace on this thing is C# global hotkeys, yes? I added it as a reference over here, right? Yeah, C# global hotkeys. Because there's that. I'm not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it in this list? M dot message is equal to C# keys? No. Okay, now I need to figure out what's going on with my references. So excuse me 1 second. References, why are you not working? Add reference solution, yeah, okay. And then you can get the whole caboodle. Why is this not? Because that should be grabbing that. I'm super confused right now, so I apologize for my intense levels of confusion. The basic form of this is going to be if m dot message is equal to OX0312, do the hotkey thing. Else, just use the normal base one, because that's fine. So that's really all that I need to do right there. I just don't know why it's not finding the thing. And then, of course, I'm going to need to register all of the hotkeys, but that's easy enough to do in due time. So right now I just need to figure out why the heck it is not, why my reference is not referencing, as it were, and allowing me to be able to gain access to the thing that I'm supposed to gain access to. I am super confused. I'm going to be quite blunt, though. This right here is not where I'm going to be adding the... Or, no, I can add the global hotkeys right here. Because once I have access to friggin' C# global hotkeys, again, I don't know why I don't. I have access to this, but I can set them up using this function with the form. there's only really two things that I'm going to want to do with it. Add one for random task. CT Control plus Alt plus Shift plus R. And add one for displaying the task window. Control plus Alt plus Shift plus T. That's kind of what my plan is right now. I don't believe I have anything. Yeah, no, that I definitely don't have anything mapped to those. I can actually bring up my music player and see what I have mapped for it, or I could actually just. I have the project right over here, so I'm just going to quickly scan through that, make sure I'm not using those particular key combinations. Up, down, page up, end, home, right, left, insert, and F. Okay, I'm not. Cool. So that's what I plan to do as soon as I figure out why this is not working the way it's supposed to. I don't know why it's not working the way it's supposed to. I've certainly built it a few times. Let's see. Is it not building this? Do I need to do up to date? Can I using C? Nope. It does not have. Oh boy. Headaches of things. I'm probably going to ignore this particular headache of why is this not working and see if I can figure it out kind of like between episodes or something. Build succeeded. So you have it in your no. Like I've got that. Projects, shared projects, solution. Right here, it's being added. Like that's. Do I need to? I'm going to be messing around with this a bit later. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I come over here. A task tracker. What if I make a release build? Output. Okay, so it made that, and it made that. Let's go back to our good old debug build. Now does it see it? Nope. Okay, well, I am frankly very confused. And so I'm going to be kind of exploring this in a little bit more detail, kind of between things, and I'll give a little bit of a report then. I do actually want to come in here and notably give a thing for this. The Windows message ID for the global hotkey message. Check against message.msg in the wnd proc function. Of the form to which the global hotkey is registered. That's not how you spell registered at all. Okay, so this thing is, like I said, it's doing the same sort of thing that was being discussed previously, using register hotkey, all that stuff. It doesn't have the other thing that the thing was showing, and I don't know why, and I don't care. The important thing is that this right here has the stuff that I need. So build this. Just updated the debug version. I don't know why, but anyway, so we're going to do that. It's going to be fairly straightforward. Just as soon as the task tracker is able to actually see that this thing exists. So I'm just going to go ahead and do another release build of it, because why not? I genuinely wish I knew what was going on here. Do I need to, like, move down? You know, I bet it's just in alphabetical order, and that doesn't even matter. It's not the startup project. That's good. I don't know. I don't know. Basically, I did that exact same thing when I was testing the executable thing, and it worked just fine. So and you can see the exe thing is right in there, so it's not like shouldn't be in here. Yeah, this just has a bunch of things associated with this, which is fine. Like, I'm just super confused why it's not showing up, so it's kind of catching most of my attention right now. Because I want to use it right here for this and the call. And then right here to set up a couple of functions. I guess I can just set up my functions. Well, one can just be resurrect window, just quite literally. Resurrect window is the right format. And then I can just make private void random task, and then just do the same thing that I did in the other spot and go random task dot show. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Sure. Static avoid random task. Just replace this right here with random task. And then I can just go. It'll be like hotkeys dot register hotkey, or just register like main window. Main window exists at this point, right? I made main window. Oh, main window's right there. So I just set up global hotkeys down there. Set up some global hotkeys. You know, main window, stuff, keys dot r random task. That's basically what's going to be like there. And then this is going to be very similar, except it's going to be T, and it's going to be resurrect window. Boom. That's effectively what's going to be there when I can get this thing show up. Let's get our formatting fixed. Wow, there's a lot of formatting to fix there. Identity. Alias is global. View an object browser? I don't know what this is going to do. Okay. Oh, it's going to do this. Okay. As our namespace, as hotkeys, with its various functions. That's cool. Again, I don't know why this isn't showing up. Hotkeys dot mods. And I'm just like really perplexed by it. So I know I'm kind of like jumping on it a lot, but I'm just super confused because like that sort of thing worked the previous time I did it. So that's why I'm super confused. We're going to go ahead and try to not get too obsessed with that. And let's just go ahead and go to the task module. And let's switch gears for a moment, because I don't want to make this entire episode Ciantier wonders why the crap his global hotkey things isn't showing up. Because that's basically what I'm doing. And I want to go ahead and make an interface. And I'm going to call this linked ITM linked behavior. So this is going to be rather important for, well, let's just make these things internal. No, not internal. No, just public. Or maybe that's kind of like assumed. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I actually made an interface. But this is going to have some water. We all know that I love my water, I assume at this point. And we're going to go ahead and add a useful piece of functionality, I think. I hope it's useful. Which is public void on click. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay, probably just like that. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done interfaces. So sort of the goal here is I want to be able to add a few things. So let's just go ahead and make a new class. And we're going to call this TM URL. And we're going to make this a task module, not a time module. And then an ITM linked behavior. Okay, so this is missing stuff for like both of these, right? It doesn't implement all of these task module things. And actually, I need to come up here and just go ahead and add URL. Yeah, other linked tasks, block completion of this task, multi-stepped. Yeah, so there's a couple of different things that like I want to do, but and this needs its thing. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and make our region of overrides. And this is going to need a bunch of them. So ID, on completion, to string, and then of course archive, read, and write. Okay, so all of this stuff is overrides. And then I also need to, unfortunately, apparently, my thing there is not perfectly working, but so I just need to make a public void on click, and that'll make that happy. So this is basically called, or going to be getting called, when this thing is clicked on. So this is going to be how it interacts with this. So what I'm going to do right here is have a case blah 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 URL, and this is going to anything with clicked behavior gets chained here. So the reason for that is because what we're going to do is we're going to make a new linked link label. Info equals new label. Info.autosize equals true. Info.text equals module.toString. Info.click, or not click. Info.link link clicked. The other thing actually that I want is info.link visited equals info.link color. Visited link color. Excuse me. I just want to use the same color there. Now, I might just make this black rather than sort of a more traditional color. So, actually, color. There's a link color for color. Yeah. So I don't know if like 4color is used for hovered links. I don't think so. But anyway, we're just gonna set those to black because I know that black shows up properly. Actually, maybe I'll go dark blue rather than a light blue. But then link clicked should have link. It's link label dot link that was clicked. What? Go dot link. Links. I don't even know what this does. So whatever. Link label. Okay, so then I want to go info.tag equals module. Okay. Oh, and then of course the flow master needs to add the info, as it often does. So I actually kind of want to take a second to see if I can. Let's see. Task module. Though this has a lot of unimplemented stuff, doesn't it? Because I haven't implemented yet. Let's see. So I actually want to take a slight moment. I am going to need to add a new item. A user control here. Just going to call it URL. That's what it does. Okay, so I'm just going to throw a link label onto here and see what links means. Do not have. Interesting. Doesn't actually show it here, but it shows it in the thing, and I don't know what it is or what to do with it, and I'm not going to worry about it right now. I could look it up, but I'm just not going to worry about it right now. This is going to need to have stuff done with it, of course, to make it work properly. Over here at the end, please. Where was I? Category view control. Okay, so then I want a link label. Info equals link label sender. And then task module. It's actually going to be an ITM linked behavior. Info.tag .onClick. So that's what we're going to do. is when you click it, it will do the on-click behavior. So that's why it's important to have that. And like I said, there'll be a couple of different things that will kind of fall into this category. So that's also rather important. So let's go ahead and look over here at this guy. So this needs to return .url. And as before, I would like to make this not, whoops, I hit X instead of not take up 7 lines or whatever. This just does nothing. Nothing to do. ToString, read, write, none of those I can do yet. Nor can I do onClick yet. So this is going to need a, man, due date was so much more complicated than what this is going to end up being. So this is just going to need a URL equals whatever, https://www.google.com. Just a default one. Public string name equals Google. I'm just filling that in as the default because why not? But what's going to go here is we need to go xe.run.openURL URL. Now, I actually think that I want one more right here, a public bool in standalone browser. It's false. So we're going to go if in standalone browser, else do this. So if in standalone browser dot run dot standalone browser dot what is simple is just a URL run tags pages, so new string array of URL. I'm going to want to investigate something sort of after this episode for these. The name should just be name. I kind of want to give it an icon, but I kind of want to give it this thing's icon. So I'm going to actually see between episodes if I can go to the executable that this makes and kind of assign it. Actually, can I go? No, that doesn't make any sense. Task tracker icon. That's going to be an actual icon. That's not going to do what I want. So I'm going to see if I can have it point to this for that. So I feel like this is all the functionality that I'm going to need for one of these. So write output.write URL, output.write name, output.write in standalone browser. URL equals input.read string. Name equals input.read string. And in standalone browser equal input.read read to Boolean, apparently. And then archive is just going to be, let's see, so it already does most of what I need for this, right? I assume. Yeah, cool. Don't need all of that floating around. I do need to actually remember to go case module.url return new tm URL. That's important. Otherwise, I'm going to get null when I try to make one of those, and that's going to be sad times. Okay. So some of the testing for this, by the way, is just stuff I'm going to do on my own. But okay, string tabs equal depth dot to tabs. ToString, by the way, should just return name. And then output dot right line address plus URL plus address. Man, typing these things like fat fingers me so much for some reason. Output dot right line tabs plus name plus name plus close name, and then output dot right line tabs plus in standalone browser plus in standalone browser dot toString, and then close in standalone browser. I know the archiving stuff is a little bit tedious, but that's how it works. Uncompletion doesn't have to do anything. We need to give the proper name. Archive it like so. Read it like so. Write it like so. Onclick like so. I want to potentially add the icon for the task tracker to just one of these if I'm doing it in the standalone browser, but it's not important. So like I said, I'll run that experiment. So I think that's basically what one of these looks like on that end. I just need to make the thing for setting its information. So let's just grab myself labels a text box. And a checkbox up here. This is going to be in standalone browser. I know I'm going a little long, by the way, on this episode, but I just want to get this kind of thing set up, and I spent a lot of time kind of faffing about doing nothing at the beginning. So in standalone, open page in standalone browser. And this can be URL. Just make a copy of these. This one can be name, and then text URL, name. Actually, there's one more thing that I wanted to do, that I should do over here. ToString should just read URL plus name, like so. Rather than giving like the full URL though, I kind of want to give a summary of it. So this like so, like so. And then let's just take both of these and expand them out to like here. And then let's just throw this down here. Okay. Then just making sure I'm doing this in a similar sort of way. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay. So then I want to go tm URL owner and just do this whole business. Owning URL. Internal owner equals owning URL. URL.text equals owner.url. Name.text equals owner dot name in standalone browser dot checked equals owner dot in standalone browser. Then URL dot text changed. I don't know how I ended up at the bottom of the document, but whatever. Name dot text changed. So a lot of what there's left to do, and this is going to be, oh, I hit page down, that's why. A lot of it is just going to be similar to this, where it's just like owner.url equals url.text. This same sort of thing where I'm just setting up information that I devise ways of passing around. Like so. That's basically all this needs to do. And then a task edit form just needs case dot URL c equals new URL tm URL module break, like so. And let's see, build started, build succeeded. Let's run this thing. And what I should be able to do is go to one of my tasks and add a URL. By default, it will be Google for no particular reason other than that's what I chose. So if I click on tester here, I can now select URL, add it, and it has this. I can turn that on if I want to. Close it. If I open this back up, well, I mean, right here you can see it. And if I click this, it should open it and stuff. And I'm going to kind of test that off screen. So anyway, thank you for sticking with me on this long episode. Hopefully between stuff, I'll be able to figure out what the crap is going on with not being able to make the register hotkey thing work. And I'll be able to start next episode with that. And yeah, so we're kind of in the home stretch with this program, though. I'm running out of bells and whistles to add before adding kind of the bulk of functionality that I want. So it's exciting, though, to be at this point for me. Until next time, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.